Hi, and welcome to episode 5. In the previous episode, we came across an Nilfgaardian nobleman in the Vizima courtyard, and we played a few games of Qwent. A couple of those games didn't go so well. I'm not too sure if I could have actually won those games. I think the cards were slightly in his favour. However, we did win, and we got the Voltes card. We also found a hidden panel in the courtyard, which revealed a hidden chest. We then went back to the White Orchard, where we liberated the abandoned site that was bugged in one of the earlier episodes. It opened up a herbalist vendor, which we checked out. We then went to Velen, the new zone. Went through a small village of Mulbridale, picked up some quests off the notice board. On the way to the inn at the crossroads, we came across a priest of the Eternal Fire. There was quite a number of battlefields where there was a lot of dead, and he was supposedly helping, provide sermons and all sorts of stuff for the people in the area. And he asked us to help burn the dead bodies. So there's 3 different areas that we had. We went to the first 2 areas, not a problem. We went to the 3rd area, and we found that one of the supposed dead bodies was actually alive. So we saved him, and after speaking with him, we found out that he was selling drugs or selling Fistek to the priest of the Eternal Fire, and it turns out that probably the priest sent us there to kill this guy or make sure they were all dead so nobody would find out, as the priest was trying to take over their business. We then went to the inn at the crossroads, picked up a quest or 2 from the notice board. We went into the inn where we asked about Hendrik, which was our connection, which was going to help us locate Ciri. We found out that he is residing in a small village called Heatherton. We also started a contract with a guy called Bruno. His brother had a lot of the local women. All their husbands had been taken and conscripted into the army. So Bruno's brother took these women and they went to a local mine to find shelter. So we went and investigated that. We found out that in the mine was an insectoid called Harisi, and pretty much everybody was killed except one of the women. We helped that woman escape. We then killed Harisi. We came back to Bruno, and unfortunately we didn't get any payment because I wasn't strict enough, or I wasn't aggressive enough in talking to him, so he decided I'm not going to pay because his brother didn't come back alive. We also met up with the priest of Eternal Fire. We confronted him with the information we got from Titus, and he tried to pay us off. We refused, and we ended up killing them. We then went to the village of Heatherton, where Hendrik was supposed to be. We only found one guy there. Turns out the Wild Hunt had turned up. They tortured Hendrik. They'd found out that he was investigating Ciri, and they thought they'd get some information from him. I don't believe he gave them any information. We also discovered in his house there was a sealed room underneath the house, and we got some information there of where he'd seen Ciri and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. So we might as well get going. Now, when I went to the abandoned site to look for the herbalists, because I thought that I had to, in New Game Plus, I hadn't played New Game Plus before, so I thought that I had to relearn the recipes to get my maximum toxicity increased. Turns out that wasn't the case. All I had to do was have this talent, this ability called, or mutation called acquired tolerance. So every formula that we know increases maximum toxicity by 1. All we had to do was remove that from the tree and re-add it, and then we got our maximum toxicity back up to 293. Okay, so we're in Heatherton. We're going to go see Hendrik, I think. And then eventually we will probably go down to this town down here for this quest and then come back up to meet or try and see the Bloody Baron. Okay.
That's it, Roach.
Bandit Camp. Added Pearl, Runestone, Diagram, Harpy.
Faster.
Oh, lovely. Looks like we've got a couple of vendors here.
Not so fast, Roach.
With the Baron like a new daughter, got a few I can spare. Got a son to spare, son's better.
Black bow. Black ball?
Looking
Not sure.
for a hunter named Niellen.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When do you last see your wife?
5 days passed, before dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. I come back, I have no sign of her.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No, she were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different than late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village, forgot to tell you.
No, my sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own. She never listened.
I mustered some menfolk to scour the woods. Nothing.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something. Ask around, too. She have any friends?
Hanna keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young'uns at times. And in the village, Glenna, the butcher's wife, she likes her best.
Thanks. I'll try to find her, but no promises.
Okay. Let's check out the merchant.
Buying or just perusing?
Okay, we got some Qwent going on here.
Show me
See if
what
he
you
has
got
any
on
cards
there.
first. He doesn't have a card, but he has a Delbert Kermis first map. Follow the clues on the map to find some Witcher gear. Okay, yep. Buy that. And we might sell the junk. Okay, what else do we have here? Yep. I put these in my stash. Can't sell that. Cheap kit. That'll do. Okay. Let's see if we have better
Wouldn't
success.
mind a few rounds of cards.
22. We've got the decoy in there. Got one spy. Don't have anything better. And we're using doubles the strength of the siege units. Yep. Okay. They're pretty good. We probably don't need him. We got siege. We definitely need to try and get a spy. We can. I'm gonna swap him out. Nope. Okay, we don't have any decoys and we don't have any spies. So he's going. Okay, so he's torrential rain. His torrential rain, I think, is ranged. So I think we're gonna go. We're gonna put this in first. Fighting Frost. Siege. Ranged. We're even. I'm leading by 1 card. So let's use the leader card. Neutral rain. Okay, that is siege. Okay. I'm going to let him have this one. Two card advantage. And he's used up two weather effects. Ah, okay. So there's no point in keeping this. One card advantage. We won the round. We should get an extra card. And we got a melee card. Let's see what he's got. Got a ranged. Got a melee. Two more cards. Another melee. We could double benefit. Get a bonus on those two. I'm still leading. He only has 1 card. I'm gonna go ranged, and that's it. We win. So what do we get from this? Dwarven Skirmisher. I think that's the Scoia'tael unit. Yep. Nice. Let's go to talk to this merchant up here.
Greetings.
Salutations! Whither do you come from, and where will you go?
Hard to say. Seen a lot of the world and plan to see more.
As have I, as do I.
Not the best place for a traveling peddler.
Profits lie amidst risk. True, the wars brought strife and hardship, but folk live on, and where there is life, there is trade.
Prepared to risk your life for a bit of coin?
Coin, my friend, is of little import. Hard as I try, I simply cannot remain still, so I wander and wander the world. I see new places, speak with folk I've never known. It's what I like, and that's worth the risk.
Take a peek if you don't mind.
Okay, he's got lots of runestones. He's got a torch. Got 550 crowns. Wow. Okay. Nothing worth buying, but I can sell a lot of this stuff. Sell all the runestones to him. We can sell that. Perfect.
Farewell.
We'll meet again. I know this.
Okay, let's talk to this lady up here.
Which one?
This must be Glenna. Yep.
Greetings, you Glenna.
Aye, but gristle and marrow is all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done carving it.
You the butcher's wife?
Butcher? Please. Might have called him a butcher when we lived in the shade of Novigrad's walls. Now he deals in carrion, fallen animals. Their bones still fit for soup. So, buying something?
Wanted to talk to you about Hanna. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times? We talk?
She seems strange lately. Any idea where she might have gone?
Strange. No? A cheerful soul always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling the nights through lately. Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hanna must have gone to the wood to gather mushrooms, maybe. Strayed too deep and the howlers got her.
Thanks.
Okay.
Farewell.
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp. Better not. Need to talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's scythes and hoes. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
Wanted to ask you about Hanna. Heard she looked after your children.
Aunt Hanna? Do you know where she is?
No, that's why I'm here. She maybe tell you where she was going, or anything else?
She said turnips are healthy and we ought to eat them. I saw her go to the forest with another lady. It
Ah,
was dawn almost. I'd gone out so I wouldn't wet the pallet.
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest. Niellen's only one not afeared, but then he's a hunter.
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hanna. I couldn't see.
Thanks.
interesting.
Farewell.
Okay, blacksmith. So we can sharpen our tools and enhance our armor. Now let's see what he's got.
Craft special order weapons too?
Do politicians murder high-class prostitutes? Course.
Okay, so we can play cards. Let's see what he's got in stock
Take a
first.
look. Maybe pick something.
Oh, he's got another one of these Adelbert Kermit's second map. So we have first map. So now we've got the second map. And we don't even need to buy these, but that's fine. It's got 520 grounds. What's good to get? Black pearl dust, not really. Dye. Powdered pearl. I think that's useful. Okay, that's a lot. You don't need that. Sure. Vacuum and trousers, never gonna really use that. Cheap kits, that's fine. Silverton sword, yeah, get rid of that. Guia, I presume. We're not gonna need that. So that's good. And we can sell 110. We've got a lot of leather straps. Much hardened timber. Sell some of that. And we can sell some leather straps. And we can sell some scraps. Perfect. He doesn't have any Qwent cards. Nope. Okay. We don't need him to craft anything for us. Let's play another game of cards.
Up for a few rounds of Qwent?
Okay. Northern Realms. Decoy card, good card. Horn is okay. We don't have a spy. We're going to get rid of Shive. Okay, we got a catapult. And I think we're going to get rid of Siegfried. That didn't work. Okay, my turn first. Choose my cheap melee card. Just get a spy. That's good. So we're going to decoy that spy. That's 4. He's got a ranged, so I'm going to put a ranged in. Put another ranged. He's going melee. He's got 14. Still has a 1 card advantage. Let's use our horn. Okay, we can play the spy, I think. We can play this. Actually, oh, okay, here we go. Going to use double melee first. Need to win this round. Should be good. Fighting Frost. Activate that card. That gives us 1 point advantage. Interesting. He has no cards. Okay, wasn't too difficult. What do we get? Griffin. Okay. So we may as well go investigating this quest.
That's it, Roach.
Maybe I should send them out to the beach and catch something.
Slow now.
This might be the pack that they were talking about.
Damn, you're
Witcher?
Oh,
What are you doing here? Shouldn't be in the forest alone.
I came to tell you. You needn't look for Hanna. She'd have returned long past were she alive. I'll pay you twice Niellen's pledge. Just tell the man his Hanna's dead.
Don't want to know what happened to her?
I've no illusions, Witcher. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back. Hanna's dead for certain. Niellen ought to accept his loss. Move on with his life.
Strange. People usually prefer to know the fate of their loved ones, whatever the cost.
What good will it do? I'll not get my sister back. And Niellen's all I got left. I can't lose him too. And, well, he'll not rest till he avenges his Hanna, even if it eats up his life. The man deserves better.
yeah, I don't think so.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
Very dramatic. Okay, let's look around.
No man did this. Cuts, made with long claws, flesh torn clear off. This is getting interesting. Claw marks, deep. Smell of a rotting corpse. Blood spattered all around, literally. Werewolf, no doubt about it. Gotta be careful. tuft of fur. Looks like rain. Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while.
Oh, here we go. We're in the set.
Man's clothes. Shredded, but no sign of blood. Who rips their own clothes off, leaves them in the woods? Looks like a hunter's quarters.
Isolated shack. Crossbow, exploding bolt, leather straps, Dimitrium ore, phosphorus, locked chest,
Notes. Wonder whose.
mysterious notes. I am who I am. I can't change that. Shirts woven of parsley and potions made of virgins' tears might work in old wives' tales, but not for me. It is time to come to terms with it. With Hanna's love and iron discipline, I have found a way to manage, but I must remember to hide in the woods before the full moon rises, to go somewhere far from others, far from Hanna. The attack comes and then passes. I wake up with wounds on my hands and the taste of blood in my mouth. Perhaps it is for the best that I don't remember. Killing prey with a bow and arrow is one thing. To tear it apart with fang and claw, at least here, deep in the woods, I won't hurt any people. Merciful Malitele, watch over any who stray too close. Okay. Delbert Permith's first map. While conducting studies under the guidance of Professor Slavko Atomstein, I happened across 4 places where carved engravings portray the sign of the cat school of witches could be found. All these pictograms are identical to that which we discovered in the caverns beneath the temple aisle in Novigrad. I've marked them on this map. Adelbert Kermith, adjunct in natural history at the Oxford Academy. Second map. There are more locations marked with the cat's head pictogram than we had suspected, yet each remains identical to the one we found in the caverns under Temple Isle in Novigrad. I've marked the locations on the map. Okay. So, caverns beneath the Temple Isle. There must be some there. Something to do there. Yep, the same thing more. Okay. And I think that's it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Niellen is the one killing these people. Just a guess.
Blood's just barely dried. He was dragged here. Wonder where from.
Okay, we need some hard. Should save it. Can't see anything. Oh. cow. Okay. There's a chest over here. Superior racing saddle. Mushrooms, wolfsbane, rabbit pelt, wolfsbane, another chest, silver and gold. Okay, that doesn't go anywhere. What's going on here? Can't see anything. Did we miss something? It's over here. You hear something? Okay. Search the werewolf's lair. There must be something here that I'm missing. Ah, of course. Wait for nightfall. That makes sense. Oh, here we go. Practice. Okay. It's 1 p.m. Maybe 7? 7 p.m. No. Okay. Let's wait till 10. Oh. I got the wrong sword. Yep. He runs in. Okay, here we go. Got some boys with him too.
Think we need to talk.
It's Niellen!
Lycanthropy can afflict anyone, but it is a curse, so sorry, but I have to.
You don't understand. I love him. He was near to being mine till you came along. Go away! Leave us be!
Not till I find out what's going on here.
I love him. Always have. Even after I'd learned his secret.
You knew? Did you know I shut myself in here to wait out me change?
I knew, and I didn't mind. But you chose Hanna. I wanted her to see you. I wanted her to fear you. She'd not have stayed. And we could be together.
You brought her here. That night. 'Twas the reason I had the taste of blood in me mouth come morn.
I did it for us. She was to see you turn, not more. I didn't want her death. You've got to believe me.
I don't. And I'll kill you willingly. First time for that, in fact.
This is between the two of you. I refuse to meddle, but cross my path again, and I will kill you.
No! Mercy!
You had no mercy for your sister. I'll have none for you.
Told you I'd kill you.
I knows well what you said. Do it.
If you want death, find some reins and a tree with a strong limb.
Wouldn't work. Couldn't do it. Always been a coward. Do it. Please.
Nice. Oh, Niellen's key. Some doggies. Can't see her. Yeah, I don't think she was a very nice woman, to be honest. Oh, is that all we got? Some hunting trousers. Okay, we've got a fast travel point here. Where do we need to go? Down there. Oh.
You, white one, think your 2 swords could take on 40? Ah! You!
Okay.
Slow now. Whoa.
You seen me muscles?
Sharpen our tools. Okay. Ekimara. Water hag. And Arrakis. There we go. We're good to go. Windshield. It's black bow. Black bow, I think, possibly. Black bow. Let's go down here.
Let's go.
Oh, what do we got here? We got some boys.
Don't let him catch his breath! Kill if you love the ghost!
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Run, Roach. Come on.
Okay. You notice board.
Not
Midcopse.
so fast, Roach.
What do we got here? Keep away from the Nilfgaardians. I'll share the hair off any trollop who fraternised with Nilfgaardians, so her baldness will proclaim her shame to all, and I'll carve the face of any peddler who deals with the Black Ones and provides them a service, a patriot. Old Millie's gone mad. Old Millie's lost whatever wits he had left, running around the yard in nothing but his nighties, yelling horrible ludities and smearing mud pies on anyone who walks close to the fence. Best avoid his place, especially if you've freshly laundered dress on. Don't eat cats. Kind people, don't eat cats. It brings horribly ill luck. After I brewed a broth from our she-cat, next day I twisted my ankle in the field. It's clear they speak truth, saying cats are creatures soaked in foul magic and copulating with witches and seek revenge from beyond the grave. Mindy. Hands off my plums. If I catch anyone taking plums from my orchard, I'll cleave him in two with my axe. Don't say I didn't warn you. Wincelaus. Contract Jenny o' the Woods. Hark. Some devilry's taken hold of our field, something neither spirit nor phantom. Old Will swears on his mother's grave it's like to be Jenny o' the Woods. Whether it is or it ain't, be careful and don't go out into the fields alone, and most certainly not without scythe or rake in hand. But if you've the courage to drive the foul thing off, you'll receive a handsome reward. Bolko, Alderman of Midcopse. Okay. Quiet after dark. Take heed not to wander about after dark, nor make any unnecessary racket. Keep your windows covered if you burn a candle, and don't throw any damp branches likely to smoke onto the fire. We have enough trouble in the village without attracting more. Elderman. Okay. Contract. Jenny of the Woods. Got that one. Who can we ask? This guy.
Top of the day.
Oh, top of the day, yeah. Okay, his lady's in here.
When I grow up,
Oh.
I want to be a lad.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Richard, it's as though the heavens sent ye.
Okay.
Move along.
Can't talk to that one.
So, gonna try to charm him? Tricky luggage.
Aye, she did indeed. Didn't ask much for it either.
Maybe I should pay her a visit. How'd you get there?
Path past the pond. Follow it till you reach a lone rock. Round that and head right off the path into the woods. And keep straight. You'll know you've gone the right way when you pass an abandoned cart.
Ought to be able to find the witch now.
Spined about the breaking twain.
Ain't no sense getting worked up or nothing.
That's no corpse either.
On your way.
Supposed to be a large stone near the pond. There's the boulder. Now right, and onto the cart.
What do we got here?
a cart. Witch's hut is somewhere nearby.
Poor girls are herding, don't give milk. And we've enough. Miss, cows are wheezing, won't rise from the barn floor. Pus streams from her snout.
Do I look like a dairymaid to you?
No, miss, but you know things. 'Tis our last cow. None other left in the village.
Rest died of hunger, or soldiers let him off. Oh, we're as good as dead without her.
I shall give you herbs. Mix them with water drawn from the spring at midnight, then make the cow drink them. But first, you must clean out your barn thoroughly. Is that clear?
Thank you, miss. 1,000 thanks.
Enough. I've had my fill for the day. Go home.
That was the girl from the Niellen quest.
She's in a foul mood. We'd best come back on the morrow.
Watch what you say. She's quick to ire, apt to take revenge.
Okay.
Bitch is in a proper fury. Needs a man.
Oh. Okay.
Anyone home?
Recipe for black eyeliner. Black eyeliner in a pinch. When deprived of professional products, one can mix up black eyeliner from crushed medicinal charcoal mixed with fresh egg yolk and a drop of lavender oil to keep contaminants at bay. Store the eyeliner in a cool place for at most 3 days, then make a new batch because the old one has surely rotted. Ingest the remaining medicinal charcoal, for it can only do good to you. Okay. What do we got here?
Ordinary ointment. Nothing special. Now, where's she run off to? Managed to amass quite a book collection. Don't often see baubles like this in Velen. Powerful aura. Must be some artifact or...
Oh.
So this is where she disappeared to.
Letter to Alexander. Darling, I'm writing because you must have worried that I'm still angry. Silly man, you know full well I never hold a grudge long. I forgive you. It's all because of that secretiveness of yours. It is so strange for me to take an interest in the plague research. I adore watching you at work in your tower. Please, if you still refuse to discuss the results of your experiments with me, at least don't deny me that small pleasure. If Verserad doesn't need you tomorrow evening, come see me. We'll clear everything up over a glass of wine or two or more. Your K. Okay. Trapdoor. Okay, yep. Yep. Sure she won't mind us taking these things. Okay. I think that's everything. Should probably save.
Well, well. Nice.
take you, Geralt. I'm upstairs. Don't be shy.
What do we got here? Lots of herbs. Little rabbits running around everywhere. Okay. We'll go Elven sages. Many think Ein Seheren, meaning sage, is simply the elder speech term for sorcerer. Yet to equate a sage with a common practitioner of magic is akin to considering a newly drafted private, hay sticking out of his breeches. A witcher's equal simplicity because both wield swords. A sage wields magic, true, and does so with greater skill than even the most accomplished of human mages. The great renown and regard in which they are held, however, comes not from this skill, but from the other, truly rare abilities they possess. Nothing is secret for an elven sage. They see both past and future as easily as the present. They have mastery over all the arcana of magic as well as every domain of scholarship. They are the only ones who understand the nature and operation of the so-called elder blood and the gene of Lara Dwaren, and they guard this knowledge jealously. How numerous are the elven sages? In all my life I have met only one, Ida Emeen of the Blue Mountains. She might possibly be the last representative of my mysterious caste. It is true I have encountered a male elf who might also belong to it, but as of this writing I have been unable to confirm this. Okay. Let's grab some of these herbs. I think,
Greetings, Witcher.
Missed a spot.
Where? Hope you didn't come to Gore.
No. To talk.
Turn around and wait.
Keira Metz, deep in the heart of Velen. Thought you hated the countryside.
I can assure you I do. Now more than ever.
Heard a witch lived out here. Never would have guessed it was King Foltest's former advisor.
I'm so pleased the world's still able to astound you, Geralt. I actually envy you that sense of wonder. Common in children, knights errant, and morons.
Someone's grown irritable. Is that any way to greet an old friend?
I believe I greeted you with a pleasant view. Now tell me what brings you here.
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end. Burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a barrel. Nilfgaard controls the south. Where was I to flee?
Emperor does keep mages on a short leash, but he lets them live and ply their trade.
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And I was a member.
So how's it feel to be the village witch?
Horrid.
No joy in having the boundless respect and trust of the local peasantry?
They'd respect anyone who could produce hemorrhoid cream.
Been here a while, haven't you?
Long enough for rot to set in. You cannot possibly imagine how much I detest this place.
Changing the subject. Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
I'm looking for a certain young woman.
Oh, really? Who?
Apparently she quarreled with the local witch.
Someone's been feeding you horse shit. The girls around here are too stupid to quarrel with me.
She's not from here.
You're up to something, Geralt. If I'm to help you, you must tell me what's going on. Who are you looking for?
Ciri.
Ciri? Well, now I understand the secrecy, not to mention the brooding, the furled brow. And you say she had some sort of problem with a witch?
So you haven't seen her?
I'm certain I haven't. But recently someone asked me about an ashen-haired woman. He claimed she would stand out from the peasant crowd.
He say anything else about her?
Not so fast, Geralt. No humble plea, no offering for the witch.
What's your rate these days? A couple dozen eggs? 3 hens, maybe?
My rate rises with every word you speak. I'm not sure you can afford the information anymore.
You're pricklier than I remembered. Isn't living in nature's lap supposed to be cleansing, calming?
Nature stinks. Oh, sod it, don't give me that look. I know it's Ciri we're talking about. It was an elf, this individual who asked about Cirilla. No flea-bitten Scoia'tael slob either, but an elven mage.
What was an elven mage doing in Velen?
Well, I tried to ask him, of course, about everything.
Of course.
Oh, but you know how elves are. He asked many more questions than he answered.
He say what his name was?
He didn't. And he wore a mask. Very secretive all around, but I liked him. He was intelligent and composed.
He say what he wanted with Ciri?
Only that they were to meet in Velen. He wished to know if she'd arrived before he did.
He leave any message for her?
No, but he asked that were I to meet her, I should lead her to him.
So you know where to find him?
Yes, he said he found a hideout in some elven ruins near the village of Midcopse. I'll go there with you.
Why? Think I'll have trouble finding this place?
Oh, she knocked over a pot.
Unfinished business with this elf. He promised me something, but he never delivered it. Besides,
Oh, hey.
I know
What the
you
hell?
think as I do, that she might be there. And I'd like to see Cirilla too.
Let's go then.
Yes, let's. This is the place.
Been here before?
No. I was hoping the elf would return as he'd promised, or else his waif would appear. At any rate, I've no idea what to expect from this place.
Well, let's find out.
Come on!
Okay, let's follow Keira.
Gvella Glan.
Oh, Wild Hunt.
The Wild Hunt.
What? Phantom Riders? That means... I thought they didn't exist.
Feast your eyes on the non-existent then. Got a navigator with them.
What?
Can you teleport us to the other side?
I'd rather teleport us home. Do you really mean to follow them?
Teleport. Hurry up.
Not sure I like any of this.
Drowners.
Ready. Follow me.
What?
Keira.
Uh-oh. Let's do some exploration. Yeah, we've got a chest over here. Iron ore fiber. Bremervord blade. Ard skellig Akaton. Cavalry saddle. Leather Florence sapphire dust. Nice. Okay, nothing else. Oh. Nothing else up here. Okay, she's coming from there. Another chest. Runestone. Another chest. Look at here. What the heck? Okay, we can't really see anything. So we can go through here. Maybe we can just go through here. The water hag. Yeah. Foglet. Okay, so this heads back to the main chamber. I see, okay. And then we have an underwater area. Let's see what's here. Oh, there we go, there's a chest. And a pathway to somewhere else. Diamond dust ore and a new diagram. Okay. Mushrooms. Magdiera Curious. Okay, not much there. Yeah, let's go to the main chamber now. Back here. So that entrance over there leads to that over there. Some poison here. This is where we came in. That's the entrance. That's where the wild hunt was. So there's a passageway here and here. Oh.
Come on.
Oh. Lovely. We need to... There we go. Nilfgaardian longsword. Alchemy paste.
Do something! They're crawling out of those holes! Use a sign or bombs, anything!
Stay calm. They're only rats.
I hate rats! Get them off! Geralt! Disgusting! Do you know the diseases they spread?
There's more.
You that afraid of rats? Could have annihilated them with one spell. Fine, won't say anything. So what happened to you?
There's something here. Something that distorts teleportation. I've no idea how they managed to get to the other side problem-free.
Wild Hunt's teleportation magic is different. Got specially trained mages for that. Navigators, they call them.
They can have 3 helmsmen and a parrot for all I care. I'll not risk that again.
Let's go. Wild Hunt got a good head start on us, but we still stand a chance.
Have you gone completely mad? We must leave here at once.
I gotta know what the Wild Hunt's doing here.
But we came to find the elven mage, not fight the hunt.
If they reach him first, we won't get a chance to talk to him. Besides...
Go on. Finish. Wait. You've got some special interest in the hunt. Is this about Ciri? There's something you've not told me, isn't there?
Come with me and maybe I will.
Are you always like this? I'm beginning to feel sorry for Triss and Yen. Oh, very well. Let's go. Gavella Glan.
Okay. This must have been the other passage. I think, yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Oh.
Larena Lunet. Levate, Larena Lunet.
That's him. That's the elf.
Arvek va Glediv.
Oh, there's a sign of the sword.
What was that? An illusion?
No. A morphotic projection.
A what projection?
Something akin to a postbox for mages. Much safer than an ordinary letter, which anyone can intercept en route to its recipient.
Message was definitely for Ciri, daughter of the Gull, Lara Doran's heir.
Indeed. It is what the elves would title Ciri. But what was the bit about the sign of her sword? A riddle?
Yeah, not a hard one though. Not if you know Ciri named her sword Tirel, Swallow.
Come now. Who aside from you would know that?
Might have been the point. Your elven mage secured the passage, hid it, so that only Ciri could find it.
He failed to foresee that someone like you would show up.
Nevertheless, I think he was expecting uninvited guests. Made some preparations. Let's hope the Wild Hunt ran into some obstacles.
Well then, let's go. Do you think following the swallows will suffice?
We'll see.
Okay, explore the ruins and follow the swallow symbols.
Well.
Okay.
An old elven port.
Must have been how they got here by sea.
I wonder how long ago that was.
Careful. That oily yellow vapor, it's toxic.
I hardly need instruction from you. I recognized the Vulpine Laurel immediately.
Vesemir told me that soon after he'd learned to cast Igni, he tried it out on a patch of these mushrooms.
Terrible idea.
Well, he survived. And wounds heal awfully quickly.
Oops. Octopus.
A swallow. Seems we're headed the right way.
Okay, so let's go back the other way. I want to check out these other areas first.
How is the water?
Refreshing. Don't know what you're missing. Just wonderful.
Oh. It's a little box. Okay. Can't loot it. Oh, I need some healing. Okay. Smith's boots. Another chest. Armor. Did we actually interact with this?
Look, it's rather similar to that other pillar with the projection.
Cyril, ni forda sol esser in. Cyril, ni forda sol esser in. Ein silla kelpi.
Does he mean that sea monster?
No, that's what Ciri named her mare. Horse could apparently gallop like a demon.
Good name for a horse. So, shall we look for it? Gavella Glan. I wonder what all this means. They look hastily scribbled on with lime.
It's a dog.
A sea monster. Looks a bit like a Karen.
Geralt, what the hell is that?
Another security measure. Damn it all.
You'll regret that.
Shit.
Can you defeat yourself? Are you willing to?
Oh no.
Sorry,
Oh.
just don't share your doubts. Know exactly which one of you's real.
Whoops. Wow, that really hit.
Look, it's rather similar to that other pillar with the projection.
Cyril, ni forda sol esser in. Cyril, ni forda sol esser in. Ein silla kelpi.
Kelpie? Does he mean that sea monster?
No, that's what Ciri named her mare. Horse could apparently gallop like a demon.
Good name for a horse. So, shall we look for it? Gavella Glan.
A sea monster. Looks a bit like a Karen.
Geralt, what the hell is that?
Another security measure. Damn it all. Bad idea.
Do you think it's a mind game of some sort? Can you defeat yourself?
Are you willing to?
Okay, I've got to get out of this corner.
Sorry, I just don't share your doubts. Know exactly which one of you's real. Now focus on the fight.
Oof.
Anything like that ever happened to you before?
Well, almost. A while back, a certain Doppler took a shot at impersonating me.
Yes. And?
He hated being me. Felt uncomfortable. Dopplers are kind-hearted by nature. Hunting dog. Can't see any connection to Kelpie.
Must you touch everything? Geralt, are you all right?
You might say so. Drawing of a horse. Clue for Ciri, must be.
Maximum's boots. I see. Where was the horse?
Kelpie. Another horse. Almost exactly like the last one. Let's see what this does.
Geralt, I don't know what you did, but it worked. Come back here.
Ah,
Look, they're opening. Let's go. Well, now I know what distorted my effort at teleportation. This very portal. We must try to activate it.
Think that's a swallow.
It worked. Come.
Sure it's safe.
Of course. The Elven Mage prepared this passage for Ciri. Come on now. Gvella Glan. It's grown awfully quiet.
Is that bad?
A bit like the calm before a storm. I've a bad feeling about this.
Tirael not recognized. Intruders. Destroy the intruders.
Shit. Great.
oh,
Gvella Glan. And that would be that. I knew we'd manage.
That's so? Make sure and tell me beforehand next time.
My intuition's a fine instrument, Witcher. Don't underestimate it. I've some very good feelings about you, for instance. In several domains. Once you finally find Ciri, what will you do? Any plans?
Depends what she wants.
Imagined it? How it will transpire? What will she say? What will she look like?
No.
I'm sorry for getting ahead of myself. At times I forget. We hardly know each other. Certainly not enough to discuss personal matters.
Not to worry. We'll get there.
Uh-oh.
What? Got that feeling again?
And more.
Look, they're opening.
Let's go.
Gavella Glan.
Teleport over there.
We must activate it quickly. I've a feeling another golem's about to...
Another swallow.
Look, it worked. Come on. Look, we've managed to cross the bridge. This is where we saw the wild hunt.
Great. Means they're way ahead of us. Come on.
Gavella.
Wild hunt. Definitely.
They destroyed the Mage's sentries. They didn't come here for a friendly chat with the elf.
Meaning you ever thought they might have? Froze them before they could attack.
Shut up! Esai Isa. Tada doin nilin yama. Ren! Kentabir!
What is this?
The White Frost. Mage from the hunt summoned it. Can you seal those cracks it's blowing through?
They're too far. We must get closer. I shall shield us with Demetia Crest's surge. Stand at my side. Darian and Oi!
Ready. Stay close.
Hey, Nicola! We must close them!
Want me to go?
I'll do it, just cover me! Stamina! I'm beginning to think we might make it. Hey, Nicola! Angal Stamina!
Just one more.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nicola! Angal Stamina! It worked! Darian Annoy!
Well done, Keira.
What's wrong?
It'll pass. That took a great deal of power.
Just don't faint on me.
Now, in your firm embrace, not a new life.
Love to be able to say we could stay here a while and rest.
I know. We must go on.
Yeah.
They blocked the passage. Maybe I can try.
Leave it to me.
Come, we might still catch them.
Meditate for a bit.
Thanks for your help. Pretty tough slog.
Good thing I came with you. You'd never have managed without me, would you? Come now, admit it.
Yeah, never.
Dark iron ore, some diagram, some armor, orange leather straps. Nothing else here. Nothing in there.
He awaits us.
Do a quick save. Oh wow, look at this guy.
You're stubborn, Dwaren.
Geralt, I shall help you.
Step back.
Stop telling me what to do.
Damn, you're ugly.
I wonder how long you last.
Geralt! Geralt, look! He's opening a passage.
Stay calm. Focus.
Geralt! Another rift.
Are you well and whole? I feared.
Unnecessarily. Let's look around.
If I've my knickers on straight, this looks like the elves' laboratory.
Mm.
Hanna Lune.
All right, let's watch this message.
Cyril, this place is no longer safe. Do not tarry here long. Trust no one. And above all, beware the witches of Crookback Bog. Try to reach the place where last we were together.
Where last we were together, not much to go on. Damn it.
Perhaps it's best he didn't leave a clearer message. The Wild Hunt broke in here. Surely they saw the projection.
They searched everything, and if they had more time, they'd probably have torn the place to the ground. But that doesn't change the fact that we haven't learned anything. Not about the elf, not about Ciri.
Well, we know they were well acquainted and traveling together.
Wonder why they split up.
Perhaps because the Wild Hunt was on the elf's trail, and Ciri would be safer if they did.
The witches of Crookback Swamp.
Crookback Bog.
Keira, if you're hiding something...
But I didn't say...
Why didn't you say anything earlier? I told you Ciri had a run-in with a witch.
Well, I had no idea you meant them. If I'd told you something, you would have rushed off to find them. But we needed first to confirm that Ciri was here, didn't we? I shall tell you everything now, of course.
Now? After I safely led you through the cave?
I can't believe you'd think so poorly of me. Perhaps you do bear a grudge against sorceresses.
Mm-hmm. Can't imagine where that comes from. You know these witches?
I've never met them, but I've read of them. In an old manuscript I found in one of the huts in the village. It mentions the village witches venturing into Crookback Bog at times to liaise between the villagers and the crones, the ladies of the wood. The crones appear to be intolerant of outsiders, but they help the local folk. Apparently, they stop the spread of the plague in Velen.
What's your take on this?
I'd love to shrug it off as the nattering of so many old women, yet throughout my first fortnight in Velen, I had horrible nightmares. Something was calling me out into the swamps. One night, I decided to enter the dream consciously, render it lucid. I confronted the thing directly. It broke contact at once. Peaceful nights ever since.
How do I find them?
The swamps are vast, dangerous, but they say the crones mark the way for peasants who wish to visit them. The manuscript mentions a chapel in Crookback Bog, and from that chapel one must follow a trail of treats.
Treats?
Of course. They didn't read you bedtime stories at Kaer Morhen. All normal folk know that witches live in gingerbread houses poised atop chicken legs.
I'll have to see that to believe it.
Take the tome and read it. I truly do believe you'll find your Cirilla. All right then. As a start, let's look for a way out of here.
Good idea.
I think I found that before.
Why did we even come?
The bear legend. The Berserkers do not constitute a separate clan in terms of blood or lineage. They are instead a family forged by warriors who have heard the call of the bear and answered it by abandoning their loved ones and joining the community of mountain dwellers. Not every man who seeks to join it is accepted into the Brotherhood. The candidates must first pass difficult trials which usually end in their death. The last trial is the hardest. It is called the Trial of the Bear's Triumph. But few outside the Brotherhood have ever witnessed it, and no one know what those who undergo it must endure. Quite curiously, the inhabitants of Skellige themselves know very little about the Berserkers, or Wildkarls as they call them. They do not like to talk about these man-bears, not with outsiders and not even amongst themselves. The Ladies of the Wood. The gods have abandoned us, the mighty of this earth care not for our fate. Only the ladies of the wood watch over Velen. In foul times when plague and famine reap their harvest, we must beg the ladies for help. If they see fit, they will hear our pleas and knock back fortune's foul blows. This is how one begs help from the ladies. Find a child, young and innocent, and take it to Crookback Bog. Seek out the lady's shrine, 'tis where the trial of treats begins. Set the child off on the trail, and it shall follow the sweet track and find the good ladies. The child would never want for anything again, for the ladies are kind and generous. Stand before their shrine, pronounce your supplication, and the good ladies will hear, for they see and hear all that takes place in their dimension. If you made the offering as it must be done, your plea shall be heard. Okay. What's this? After the white frost. Spring ash down dreamy hills, past sparkling waters, Ternalia drifts slowly, softly, silently into oblivion. Sage lips blacken, frosted bones quiver. Before an icebound eye can blink, in distant skies I will watch your descent. Okay. Introduction to Applied Magic. Magic is the science of harnessing, subduing, and making use of the power of the elements. It is also an incarnation of chaos, which is why no one without proper training should ever dabble in any of its domains. Expert mages make of magic an art, but the road of virtuosity leads through years of practice, study, and hard work, and requires a considerable amount of required inborn talent. Magic was implanted in our world through the conjunction of the spheres, and was discovered to be a living, changeable, and controllable being shortly thereafter. The name of the first mage, the one who first discovered this talent within himself and grappled with his power, is unknown. We do know, however, that in a relatively short period of time after the discovery of magic, groups began to form in which talented beings could work together on developing their abilities. This period is usually considered the beginning of magic as a science, and these groups the prototypes of magic schools. The fundamental planes with which one might draw magic power are earth, water, air, and fire. In the tome which you currently hold, each of these will have a separate chapter dedicated to it, ordered accordingly to the level of difficulty and danger associated with the element discussed. Okay. More loot, another diagram.
Mysterious mage herbalist.
Okay. Loot. The Elder Blood. What exactly is the Elder Blood? According to some, it is a powerful elven curse passed from generation to generation. Those in whose veins the infamous Hen Ichair follows are said to carry death and destruction within them, to sow hatred and disdain in the hearts of men. It was from this contaminated blood that Ithleen prophesied an avenger would be born, a destroyer of nations and worlds. Others claim the Elder Blood is an extremely rare inherited talent, granting control over time and space to a degree unattainable even to elven sages. Sadly, few bearers of this gift have been able to control it in full. This merely partial mastery inevitably leads to sudden outbursts of the power that take the form of unpredictable, uncontrollable, and thus extremely dangerous explosions. Behind the dark legends about the curse of the Elder Blood lies the truth of these tragic cases. For obvious reasons, the bearers of the Elder Blood were always subjects of great interest to the world's mighty and to mages alike. The former counted on the truth of Ithleen's prophecy, on an avenger being born who could destroy worlds, and who they could thus use for their purposes. As for the latter, they hoped to harness the magic of Hen Ichair to broaden their knowledge and powers. Ultimately, however, all these plans were for naught. The Elder Bloodline broke off with the disappearance of the heiress to the Nilfgaardian crown, Cyrilla Fiona Allen Rhiannon. I see.
What's this?
The potion I gave him. Seems he saw a use for it. Drank it.
Okay. Now what's down here? the... Oh, I think I need the an item for that. Yes.
Strange. My medallion's trembling, but there's nothing here. What's with this wall?
It's an illusion. I sensed it as well. I expected we might run into such things, so I brought this.
Meaning what?
The Eye of Niellen. It dispels illusions. It's easy enough to build, so you're welcome to this one. It's bound to come in handy. And each time it does, you will think of me.
Huh. Thanks.
Okay. Wonder if this works. I'll just use it down here.
Someone placed an illusion here.
Hang on. No. Easy.
Simple, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Let's see where the passage leads. Something here. Where's that artifact Keira gave me?
Aha.
Interesting.
Oh. Morgrim.
Do you feel that? A flow of fresh air from the left. Must be an exit that way.
Good. Let's get out of here.
Wait, there's still the magic lamp.
The magic what now?
Lamp. The elf promised it to me in exchange for my help. And since his return here seems doubtful, I must retrieve it myself. If I can find it, that is. Will you help?
Yeah, I'll help.
Splendid. Come then.
Gvella Glan.
We're certain to find something here.
Oh, level up.
Looks like another damned riddle to me.
I think we're going to leave it at there for the time being, and we'll continue on in the next episode. So I'll see you on the next one.